Tag, I'm it. Seems like everyone I subscribe to is playing this fancy little tag game where you give 5 random facts about yourself. So, even though nobody actually tagged me, I'm going to do this anyway, and I'm not tagging anybody else for reference. You want to do it, that's cool, hey, go for it. To me, this is kind of like on the same plane as chain mail, and I don't really do that sort of thing. But hey, whatever, I'm bored and it's something to do. So, got my cheat sheet sitting right there. I'll be looking at that once in a while. But here we go. Let's start from the top. 1. When I was 14, I broke my spine. And then I walked home. Yeah, no joke. Not even kidding. I spent a little over an hour paralyzed from the waist down, and when I finally started to regain feeling in my legs, I forced my way up and had a couple of friends walk me home. It was probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. Walking home, that is, not even the injury itself. Although that's a whole other story. I'll have to tell you that one another time. But yeah, the doctors still aren't sure how the hell I went from being paralyzed to, going home and then calling the ambulance. I probably should have just started by calling the ambulance, but I was 14. What do you expect? So there's something random that I'm sure a lot of you don't know. Let's see here. 2. Believe it or not, I have actually never been on vacation during spring break, like traveled somewhere, with the exclusion of a school trip or anything like that. I have always spent spring break just chilling out at home because, I don't know, really. I have no idea. But I've done a lot of traveling, just never during spring break. Who knows? 3. Comics. I love comics. The weird thing about it is that I don't actually collect comics. I do a lot of reading. I've got a whole stash of graphic novels, a couple of manga series, but when it comes to the weekly comics, there's just so many that, it's an expensive habit that I don't know if I could really get myself to pay for. Plus, I've got web comics to keep up with, and I read a lot of those too. In fact, the shirt I'm wearing right now, Coffee of Doom, anybody who reads questionable content would already know what this is, so I'll just leave you to your imaginations there. Hey look, free plug, isn't that fun? I even have dabbled in making my own comic strips, but those never really lasted. 4. And though I was born in Texas, I did not grow up in Texas. People always say, where are you from? Texas. We don't sound like it. So, I actually grew up in Virginia, and not a lot of people know that. And then, of course, everyone down here in the deep south, if you will, they're all like, oh, you're a Yankee, please, please. Virginia is still south of the Mason-Dixon line, thank you very much. 5. Like most people, I'm a sucker for a foreign accent. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Especially Australia. Dude, have you ever heard an Australian chick? Holy crap. Unless you're from Australia, in which case it's probably not that big a deal. Hey, dude, I think the video's over. Stop looking at me. Go away. Nobody wants you.